Hello everyone, welcome to this new channel, Just Curious Researcher. This channel is built around my own opinion and thoughts on how AI is going, where AI is going. We are mostly going to discuss the AI research papers, but today is not that topic. Today we are going to discuss about something else before starting for the research papers. So in this channel, we are going to mostly simplify the research papers, how the mathematical things are working, and what you should focus on, like that stuff. So today we are going to see about a competitive programming and whether you should do a competitive programming or not, and if yes, then how you should do this. What is the good way to do the competitive programming so that you can get the most out of it. So I have pulled some resource blocks here and we are going to see it one by one. If you are feeling about we are speaking or I am speaking very slowly, then you can just keep this video on 1.5x. But in this era of doom scrolling, I'm thinking like we should listen most of the conversation slowly so that our brain can process it correctly, and we are not just for the adrenaline to hit or just always in the excited states. We have to slow down. So that's why I'm going to make most of the video in slow pace. So if you want faster, then you can just increase the speed, but I highly recommend to just listen and process everything slowly so that you can understand it in a better way. And sorry if there are any mistakes because this is the first video I'm going to make for this channel. So there are four blocks I'm going to discuss, and this is a very interesting thing in the competitive programming era right now, because the coding part is like with the AI, you can, even if you don't have any knowledge, you can just make bigger project. And I myself have done this. Opus 4.7 is currently running. Today's date is 20 April 2026. Opus 4.7 is already launched, and there is the adaptive mode right now rather than a thinking mode, because previously it's like a thinking mode for all the models, but now Claude has launched adaptive mode, so it can adapt the thinking what resources it needs, or maybe it's just a marketing gimmick, but these modes are right now existing. So if you read this blog carefully, you will understand how AI is now dominating the competitive programming. And the first sentence I have highlighted is like the OpenAI model can now achieve a rating of 1800 on Codeforces, right? And same with the lead code. Many of the peoples are using AI tools to just solve the questions, but it is up to a certain level. It's not like the AI programs can solve all the questions on the contest. So it has its limitation, and again the lead code, code forces, at coder, the platform have their own AI checker. So now the competition is like how beautifully you can hide you have used the AI rather than focusing on how you can develop a solution and approach. So I remember for my time, I never do a coding till many years, and then for the preparation of the company, I have a DSA rounds. So I have to work on that. That's why I started coding. I did it around 4 months, and mostly to increase the rating, I have also used the AI, or I have taken help from the AI, but that was the not a good way, because I remember in my Google round they have asked me a very simple question, but because I have used a somewhat a little bit AI, I cannot grab that that was a basic DSA question, and rather I was thinking on the try based approach. So that's what my mistake, and the AI shrinks your actually the thinking ability, and it is just mostly around a solution based or just working solution based, and how good you are prompt engineer. Based on that, the AI will give you most of the results. So I would suggest, if you are thinking on the competitive programming, rather in the initial days taking help of a AI, you should focus on a basic DSA, not on just rating for the contest. That was a mistake I have did in my time, and you should totally avoid it. See, it's not about how much rating you have, it's about how well you know a DSA and basics of the DSA. And then this is one another post I want to show you. So he is someone with 5+ year experience in software engineering, and what he is saying is that he used a Claude or Cursor in the project building, and now he has lost the touch of the coding. And the same thing happens with me and lot of you, that because of the AI models are generating the code, you actually don't know what lines are doing what, and even if you have experience, ultimately you are going to lose that touch. And when a new PR or there is a new changes you have to do, you don't know what exactly code base is doing. So that is the issue happening right now. And to just make a small changes, you have to fade the complete code base to the AI model again, and then you have to take the results from it. And this is not a good way to do a software development. You should know your code base. So rather what you can do is like you can take help from AI rather than completely generating code from the AI. Next is AI might erase competitive programming, but not us. This is the very interesting post I found. So here in the comment section, you can get through the post. This is a very beautiful post. He is explaining how his journey is about, and uh, what things happen and what things are changing. The most like I like the part is like this comment. So he's saying, I don't know, is it really CP going forward or not? But the competitive programming core is about us competing against each other in context and see who will be the best. If you fail, you learn from others and try to improve. So this is what the important thing while you are doing a competitive programming. Because if you are just doing a CP or giving a context with the contest with the help of AI, you are not going to learn new things. Because when you cannot do a problem in contest, what happen is like you try to think if someone is dead, how they did it. Rather than asking to the AI, you should read the blog post on the same platform or any other platforms where the solution is discussed. I'm saying discussion, not directly the code. If you are pro enough that you can understand what's going with the code, then you can just take a look at the code. But if you are a beginner, I would really suggest you should take a look on the blog post, and you have to read as much you can rather than just go to the any AI model, give the question and get the solution. Next, this is also an interesting post. It is an advice for Indians getting into the competitive programming. So what happening is like all the companies, I'm talking about the companies which are selling a courses, are trying to manipulate the students like, if you take this course you will definitely get into the FAANG or MANG. Currently it's not FAANG because the post is kind of a old, it's currently MANG, right? So what students are thinking is like, if we have a good CP, then we can definitely go into the MANG companies. This is a somewhat true, but not a complete truth. You should have a good projects on your resume unless you have a tier 1 college stack. So if you are really good in your domain, then you should work on your domain itself along with some kind of a interdisciplinary domain touch. Like if you like AI and you are kind of interested in electronics or mechanical or even in a computer science, then you should do a interdisciplinary project which can make a revolution. So I remember one of my project is like I have a background with the AI. I have did a project. So why I am telling this about my project is because you should do a project which have a good value in the industry. So the currently problem is like most of the companies are cannot use AI because they have a sensitive data of their clients and they don't want to give the data to a bigger players like OpenAI or Anthropic. So they need to in-house the hardware and then run the model, but many companies are not that much capable. So what my thought is like, we need a small AI model which is in-house, which can be run on a small hardware, which will hide a sensitive data and replace with some other placeholders, and then the query is going to the uh, larger models LLM, and the result when resolution come, our smaller model will just replace that. So I will discuss this project in detail maybe in future. If you want, then I can discuss it. So here what was the gap is like, smaller companies or many companies cannot use a bigger LLM because they don't want to give their sensitive data. So there is a term kind of a PPI, personally identified data. So just we need to hide that, so we get a fine-tuned model which can be run on a small data set or small hardware. So you have to make projects which can be helpful in a real world. So you may have to find or identify a problem statement, and if you just go to the AI and ask for a real world problem, then it is all generalized. You yourself have to find where is the gap and then focus on that gap and then build a good project. So this is all about the today's video. I would highly suggest, rather than just doom scrolling and taking the help of AI for the programming, you should focus on your basics and do everything yourself. So thank you again for watching this video. Thank you guys. We will see in the next video, and till then, bye bye, and just make sure you can improve your skills rather than just depending on the AI.